Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope you are having an amazing July 4th weekend. We just closed out of one of our best trades in the last few months. So we're going to be going over that trade because I think it was super special, a very easy one, so it's one that the reasoning for entering this trade was very much there. So I want to show you guys how much we made on this trade. As you guys can see here, it went very well with that huge gap up. So I want to show you guys the reason we entered, how much we made, and how much you can expect to make on similar trades like this. I also want to show you something that we included in this trade that we don't always do. So what that was, if we go over here to our alert in the Discord, what we were doing is buying FedEx calls for earnings, but then we also included UPS calls. So why would we ever do that if they don't have earnings? Well, if FedEx gaps up a whole lot from their earnings, UPS is surely going to follow. So we bought FedEx calls at 11:43 a.m., giving everyone plenty of time. You have 4 hours to fill those contracts, so there's no rush. And we bought those for around 300 bucks. UPS calls are of course much cheaper because there wasn't any earnings implied volatility, which is actually a huge factor of this, because that means we can potentially make a lot with UPS while not risking too much. Because worst case, if FedEx goes down and UPS doesn't go a whole lot down because it wasn't their earnings after all, right? So it's more of a better chance, there's more of a potential move to the upside, which is great. So we filled FedEx calls and UPS calls, as you guys can see. The very next day, FedEx announces its earnings, and let's go over here. So the reason why we were looking at these FedEx calls in the first place is that they had been in a massive downtrend for the last year, and we're expecting a massive reversal in EPS. So going from all the way down here at 386 to the estimate was 534, but then they were beaten at 541, which is amazing, and they gave a great future earnings outlook, which really rocketed the price. So let's go ahead and close that out, and I'll show you guys pretty much what those contracts did. So let's bring this screenshot down. These are just taken from a channel in our Discord server, specifically Elmer Trades' alert channel. So we can see that he sold that FedEx call up 520% because FedEx went up almost 16% that day, and the UPS call also worked out very well at almost 140% because UPS gapped up with FedEx like we were anticipating. So we had tons of people sending in profits, which is always amazing, and this was one of our best trades because those contracts not only did 20%, but the best part was we bought those contracts, they were very expensive, so $300 per contract. So when they opened the next day, we filled them at about 2,300, which of course gives you a $2,000 difference with those contracts, which is the profit you keep. So I believe he bought 4 contracts, which generates over $8,000 in profits, and then of course the UPS calls did very well, although they were a little bit cheaper. With that being said, if you guys want access to every single trade like this one, because this one was alerted live, those will be found in the Discord, so I'll link that in the description. Thank you guys for watching. If you're not already subscribed, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe, because we are trying to get monetized on this channel, and of course liking the video and commenting your thoughts will also help as well.